Hello again. This is Natalie Harrington of Handled by Natalie. Previously, I did a video because I'm doing a series of videos that talk about how to plan events, or really just give you a general synopsis of what goes into planning events, focusing on weddings, but also talking about things that are applicable to other types of events. And on the previous video, I talked about vendors. So now I want to take some of those vendors and give you a little bit more information on those vendors. Now, the music you hear in the background, I do not own the rights to that music. So let's go ahead and get that out there. But I wanted to talk to you about a venue. Of course, venues are very important because you have to have the event, your wedding, somewhere. So some of the things you want to consider is if you can have the event inside or outside. You want to definitely consider the cost because you want to stay within budget. If this is something that you're doing for work, this can be an opportunity for you to prove to your manager or your supervisor that you're able to do it, which may open the door for things of this, to be placed upon you more often in the future. And it could be the doorway to a promotion. For your wedding, you want to stay within budget because you have to live after the wedding, right? You're going to have bills. There are things you want to accomplish as a couple. You want to take on the world and you want to live comfortably. You don't want to be paying for a wedding 5 years from now, finance and stuff, putting it on credit card, allowing that to accrue interest. So we're going to use wisdom when it comes to the cost. You definitely want to talk about the availability. That's why I always encourage couples when they get engaged not to set a date, because if you have your heart really set on a venue, you can't set a date really until you know the availability. So once you get the venue, or not really once you get the venue, but as you're deciding on which venue to really secure, you also have to think about access. What access will you have to this venue? Because your vendors may need to come in at certain times. You may have to have a rehearsal, especially if you're getting married. You're going to want to have a rehearsal. Will there be an additional cost for accessing the venue at a different time? And so those are things that you need to know. The amenities that come with those venues. Does it offer the area for a bartender to set up? Does it have a bartender? Does it have parking? Does it have valet parking? Does it have tables and chairs? Does the staff set up the tables and chairs and break them down? Does it have a kitchen? Are you able to utilize the utensils and the plates and cups in the kitchen? If so, do you have to wash those items that you're using? You have to dry them and put them up. Does the kitchen have a stove? Does it have chafers? If so, is there an additional cost for utilizing these items? You also want to know what materials. Does it have tablecloths? What equipment? Is there a projector? Does it have lapel microphones, handheld mics, other tables that you may want to utilize for different things? So you need to know what comes. What are the requirements? Are you required to have security or someone there from the fire department? What requirements or what rules apply to your decorator? And cleanup is really big. What are they expecting you to do? Because if you've just put on this really fabulous wedding, you've just put on this really fabulous event, or even in the case that you have just buried someone that you love and you're having the repast, are you required to clean up? And if you don't clean up, what is going to be the implication for you? Are you forfeiting your deposit? Or are you forfeiting your deposit plus an additional fee that may be charged to your credit card that they have on file? So these are just some of the things that we consider when we are looking at a venue. Do they have full-time staff? Or are they bringing in people from, outside or somewhere else? Or these are just questions we have to address. And as your coordinator, we can address those questions for you. We can take care of these things for you. In fact, this is what we love doing. We are experts in this area. You're going to continue hearing me say that we are experts in this area because we have like 2 decades of experience doing this type of stuff. And we give great customer service. We do these events as if they're our very own, but of course we have your goals in mind, your theme, your personality. And we never want to do anything that is not your desire. Now, there are times when we may have to make a critical or crisis emergency, but we're always want to do what's in the best interest of our client. So if you need someone to coordinate your wedding, I also do day of directing, or if you need someone to coordinate your event, please contact Natalie, the Handler Harrington. I am going to put my contact information in the description below, and I really look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a wonderful day.